गुड इवनिंग टू ऑल ऑफ यू डियर एस्पिरेंट सभी अभ्यर्थीगण को मेरी ओर से शुभ संध्या इट्स 7:30 so let us start our evening session. During this session we will take up some MCQs important with respect to the prelims examination. Dear aspirants, GS पेपर 1 आइए चलें आज की ये आज का ये विशेष सत्र हम प्रारंभ करें और इसमें हम देखेंगे कुछ महत्वपूर्ण एमसीक्यूज के माध्यम से हम जीएस पेपर 1 की तैयारी सुनिश्चित करेंगे. डियर एस्पिरेंट्स, सो लेट अस स्टार्ट. नाउ हियर कम्स द क्वेश्चन नंबर 1 ऑफ द डे with reference to climate club. Consider the following statements. The Climate Club is an intergovernmental forum that aims to mitigate climate change by reducing carbon emissions. राजेश सिंह, गुड इवनिंग एंड वेरी गुड इवनिंग. और इसी बीच में निशा भी चली आई. सो निशा, गुड इवनिंग. सो क्लाइमेट क्लब, okay, we have started our journey. So climate club is an intergovernmental forum that aims to mitigate climate change by reducing carbon emissions. Second, it was first proposed by Brazil during G7 summit meeting in 2022. And the third statement, Climate Club is a group of 36 nations in which India is included. Now, how many of the above statements are correct? A, only one. B, only two. C, all three. And D, none. So, dear aspirants, for your information, recently, the Climate Club has been launched during COP28 summit. So, the third statement and second statement is not correct. Okay? So, it was not launched during G7 in Brazil, but it has been launched during COP28. Okay? The summit which has been held in Dubai, UAE, United Arab Emirates. So, dear aspirants, it has been co-led by Germany and Chile, not Brazil. Germany and Chile. So, all the points are worth to note and you should note it down. The Climate Club is an intergovernmental forum that aims to mitigate climate change by reducing carbon emissions. The concept of a climate club was developed by Yale economist William Nordhaus in 2015. It was first proposed by Germany during G7 summit meeting in 2022, not Brazil. The G7 is a group of developed nations, US, UK, Canada, France, Germany, Italy, and Japan, that gets together every year to discuss global challenges. So far, Climate Club is a group of 36 nations in which India is not included. Okay, so question में क्या है? Third statement, in which India is included. So, in Climate Club, India is not included. So, dear aspirants, our answer should be A. Only one statement is correct. So, this way you have taken a stock of this very important topic, that is Climate Club. Climate Club. And I hope you have written it. Now, the next question. Consider the following passage. Sometimes you will see this is the changing pattern of UPSC. You will find a passage and then after the question based on the passage. It is an active volcano, stratovolcano, located on the border between the province of Central Java and the special region of Yogyakarta, Indonesia. The volcano is also known as the Mountain of Fire in the Javanese language. It is the most active volcano in Indonesia and has erupted regularly since 1548. So, Parsuram Kumar ji, very good evening. This above passage is related to which of the following volcano mount? A. Mount Agung, Agung. B. Mount Rinjani, Rinjani. C. Mount Merapi, Merapi. And D. Mount Semeru, Semeru. Dear aspirants, what should be your answer? If you know, you should write it in the chat box. अब इसका आंसर क्या होगा? So, dear aspirants, if you are not able to answer the question, here is the answer. The answer is C. Mount Merapi, Merapi. Merapi, Merapi. So recently, Mount Merapi volcano in Indonesia has erupted furiously, leading to a tragic aftermath. Mount Merapi is a stratovolcano. Strato, stratovolcano in Indonesia. It is located on the border of Central Java and Yogyakarta provinces. The volcano is also known as the Mount of Fire, Fire, in the Javanese language. It is the most active volcano in Indonesia and has erupted regularly since 1548. 1548. Indonesia is located on Pacific Ring of Fire, which is a path along the Pacific Ocean with frequent earthquakes and active volcanoes. The Ring of Fire is a horseshoe-shaped region around the Pacific Ocean. Dear aspirants, that is known for its high seismic and volcanic activity. It is also called the Circum-Pacific Belt or Circum-Pacific Seismic Belt. The Ring of Fire is caused by the subduction of oceanic and continental plates. Dear aspirants, this is the explanation of this question, and I am hopeful that you have understood it, you have written it. Let us have this next question with reference to white hydrogen. White hydrogen. Consider the following statements, and we have three statements. It is a potential clean energy source naturally produced in Earth's crust. Second, white hydrogen causes no CO2 emissions when used as a fuel. Okay, please listen. White hydrogen causes no CO2 emissions when used as a fuel. And the third statement, white hydrogen is cheaper than the cheapest hydrogen from fossil fuels and cheapest green hydrogen. How many of the above statements are correct? A only 1, B only 2, C all 3, and D none. I will wait for a while for your answer. If you are not able to answer this question, then I will tell you, dear aspirants, please let me know what's your answer. Okay. तो और दिनों की भांति आज थोड़ी ठंड कम है क्योंकि क्लाउडी वेदर है. ओके, स्काई इज ओवरकास्ट. आज दिन में सूरज दिखाई नहीं पड़े. लखीसराय में क्या स्थिति है मिस्टर परशुराम एंड राजेश जी? इफ यू आर देयर इन भोजपुर, व्हाट्स द कंडीशन? हाउ इज वेदर देयर? ओके, कैसा है मौसम? अच्छा, So the answer is C. All the three statements are correct. Dear aspirants, I will reread it. It is a potential clean energy source naturally produced in Earth's crust. White hydrogen causes no CO2 emission when used as a fuel, and white hydrogen is cheaper than the cheapest hydrogen from fossil fuels and cheapest green hydrogen. I hope you have understood and you have written this question. Now, something more. Recently, what has happened? The scientists have found a huge stash of white hydrogen near the French-German border. Who found? The scientists. Where found? French-German border. What found? Huge stash of white hydrogen. White hydrogen is a naturally occurring gas found in Earth's crust. बारिश हो रही है सर. ओ माय गॉड, ये है. सो भोजपुर में बारिश हो रही है, बट यहां तो बारिश नहीं है. यहां तो बारिश नहीं है. So, naturally occurring gas found in Earth's crust, it is also known as natural gold or geologic hydrogen. It is considered a potential clean energy source. It only produces water when it is burned. White hydrogen is 33% cheaper. What is the percentage? 33% cheaper than the cheapest hydrogen from fossil fuels and 2 times cheaper than the cheapest green hydrogen. So, dear aspirants, this is the explanation. और यहां पे एक और बात हम बता देंगे. साइंटिस्ट जैक्विस पिरोनोन and Philippe de Donato initiated a mission in northeastern France to assess methane levels in the subsoils of the Lorraine mining basin. The discovery and potential utilization of white hydrogen have a significant role in addressing the climate crisis. Hence, okay, I have already told that the answer is C. All the statements are correct. Dear aspirants, now बारिश हो रही है, इसी पे प्रश्न करते हैं. बारिश क्यों हो रही है ये तो आप जानते हैं. तमिलनाडु में साइक्लोन का कहर है, आंध्रा एंड तमिलनाडु. और उसी पे एक सवाल लिखेंगे आप, माई चुआंग. ओके, सो विथ रेफरेंस टू साइक्लोन माई चाउंग, MICHAUNG, माई चाउंग, CHAUNG, MICHAUNG. Consider the following statements, and we have only 2 statements. It is an extratropical cyclone that is tracking northwest in the western Bay of Bengal. The second statement, Mai Chaung is named after a suggestion provided by Bangladesh, which means strength and resilience. Strength and resilience. Which of the above statements are correct? A, 1 only, B, 2 only, C, both 1 and 2, and D, neither 1 nor 2. Dear aspirants, आप बताएं माई चाउंग के बारे में आपकी जानकारी क्या है. साइक्लोन माई चाउंग इज ए ट्रॉपिकल साइक्लोन. ओके, ट्रॉपिकल साइक्लोन. इट इज नॉट एक्स्ट्रा ट्रॉपिकल. दैट इज ट्रैकिंग नॉर्थ वेस्ट in the western Bay of Bengal. So Mai Chaung is named after a suggestion provided by Myanmar, not Bangladesh. Myanmar. It means strength and resilience. The National Crisis Management Committee recently convened to assess the readiness of state governments, okay, approaching Central Minister for approaching cyclone Mai Chung in the Bay of Bengal. The India Meteorological Department reported the storm's current location and projected path, indicating potential landfall on coastal Andhra Pradesh. The NCMC is a committee set up to coordinate and implement relief measures and operations in the wake of a natural calamity. So, dear aspirants, the answer is D. Okay, the answer is D, neither one nor two. दोनों कथन गलत है. The name has not been suggested by Bangladesh. It's Myanmar. Okay, तो ये है. अब आइए एक और जो चाइना में चल रहा है, तो उस पर भी एक क्वेश्चन ले लेते हैं. Consider the following statement regarding white lung syndrome. White lung syndrome. And we have 3 statements. कितने statement है? 3. Dear aspirants, thank you. Sorry. So, white lung syndrome is identified through distinctive white patches observed on chest X-rays among affected children. Second statement, the syndrome is believed to arise from a combination of bacterial and viral factors, excluding environmental factors. The third statement, this term encompasses various respiratory illness such as acute respiratory distress syndrome, ARDS, pulmonary alveolar microlithiasis, PAM, and silica related conditions. अब आपको बताना है which of the above statement is are correct. A 1 only, B 1 3. So second statement is not correct. क्योंकि अभी हाल ही में क्या हुआ, recently a respiratory illness named the white lung syndrome emerged in northern China and Ohio, USA. क्लास में इसको मैं आपको डिक्टेशन दे चुका, उसी पे ये एमसीक्यू बन गया. ओके, सो इस तरह से आप देखेंगे कि ये समसामयिकी से रिलेटेड ये सारे के सारे क्वेश्चंस हमने आपके समक्ष प्रस्तुत किए. आइए कुछ और प्रश्नों को हम आपके समक्ष प्रस्तुत करेंगे और ये प्रश्न भी इंपॉर्टेंट है. तो ऐसे कुछ प्रश्नों पर दृष्टिपात करें. कंसिडर द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट विथ रेफरेंस टू LHS 3154 star. The LHS 3154 is an ultra cool dwarf star that's about 50 light years away from Earth. Second, it is about 1,000 times less luminous than our sun and 9 times less massive. Or third, the planet LHS 3154b is 13 times more massive than Earth and about the mass of Neptune. How many of the statements given above are correct? A only 1, B only 2, C all 3 and D none. अब आपकी जानकारी के लिए तो यह बताना ही होगा कि तीनों का तीनों स्टेटमेंट करेक्ट है. यस, वो कैसे? LHS 3154 is an ultra cool dwarf star that's about 50 light years away from Earth. It is about 1,000 times less luminous than our sun and 9 times less massive. The planet LHS 3154b is 13 times more massive than Earth and about the mass of Neptune. It is classified as M dwarf, which is the least massive spectral type of a star. In early 2020, astronomers observed a periodic shift in LHS 3154 spectrum every 3.7 days. This indicated that the star was being obeyed by gravitational pull of a planet in close orbit. So, dear aspirants, this is the full explanation. Now, another question which relates to the current affairs. Consider the following statement with reference to Akadi Salu, Akkadi Salu, Akadi Salu. Now we have three statements. Number one, Akadi Salu is an intercropping system that has been in traditional practice in Karnataka. The second statement, it is a biodiversity based ecological farming practice with zero chemical fertilizers. Zero chemical fertilizers, zero chemical pesticides, and minimal use of groundwater. Third statement, it involves intercropping with a combination of legumes, pulses, wild seeds, trees, shrubs, and livestock that improves the health of the soil. Dear aspirants, how many of the statements given above are correct? A only one, B only two, C all three, and D none. तो ये हमने क्लास में टॉपिक आपको नहीं बताया है, इसलिए ये आज के लिए नया टॉपिक है. डियर एस्पिरेंट्स, ऑल द थ्री स्टेटमेंट्स आर करेक्ट. ये तीनों के तीनों जो स्टेटमेंट आपको मैंने सुनाया ये सही है. अकाडी सालू, ओके. अब एफएओ के द्वारा अभी रिपोर्ट जारी किया गया है जिसमें यह बताया गया है कि ट्रेडिशनल फार्मिंग प्रैक्टिसेस including Akadi Salu could reduce the escalating human and environmental cost of producing food. Akadi Salu is an intercropping system that has been in traditional practice in Karnataka. It is diversity-based ecological farming practice that integrates multi-cropping with livestock, native seeds, soil enrichment, organic fertilizers, and biomarkers as indicators of crop health. It helps to preserve life in soil by reducing the use of pesticides. It is a traditional biodiversity-based ecological farming practice with zero chemical fertilizer, zero chemical pesticides, and minimal use of groundwater. तो ये भी काफी इंपॉर्टेंट है. इट इन्वॉल्व्स इंटरक्रॉपिंग विथ अ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ लेग्यूम्स, पल्सेज, wild seed, trees, shrubs, livestock that improves the health of the soil. It is built on proven ecological principles integrated into locally adopted farming systems and innovations like biochar. Akadi Salu helps farmers make the best use of land which depends on rains. Hence, okay, dear aspirants, so our answer is all three. Now, next question is endothelial cells. You should write the spelling ENDOTHELIAL. Endothelial cell, CELLS. Consider the following statement and you have to find out the correctness of the statements out of these three, 1, 2, 3. Endothelial cells are thin wafer-like cells that line the inside of all blood vessels in the body. Second statement, they form a double cell thick layer called the endothelium. And the third statement, they are the secondary cell type that comes into contact with blood. Dear aspirants, how many of the statements given above are correct? A only one, B only two, C all three, and D none. So recently, the scientists have discovered a molecular mechanism that reins in the overgrowth of blood vessels by regulating endothelial cell size and mTORC1 signaling pathway. Endothelial cells are thin, wafer-like cells that line the inside of all blood vessels in the body. So statement 1 is correct. Now let us examine statement 2 and 3. They form a single cell thick layer called the endothelium. They are the primary cell type and comes into contact with blood. They also organize the growth and development of connective tissue cells that form the surrounding layers of blood vessel wall. Hence, 2 and 3 are not correct. Our answer is A, 1 only. Dear aspirants, अब एक और क्वेश्चन लेते हैं. Consider the following statements regarding cholelithiasis. 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 We have only two statements. Statement 1, it is a disorder characterized by gallbladder stones. Second statement, it is most usually caused by a chemical imbalance inside the gallbladder contents. Which of the above statement is are correct? Dear aspirants, A only, 1 only, B 2 only, C both 1 and 2, and D neither 1 nor 2. Since you are not answering, okay, so here is the answer. Both these statements are correct. Our answer is C. So, why this question? Because a new study offers light on the complicated relationship between serum lipids, lipid modifying targets, and cholelithiasis. Cholelithiasis is a medical term for gallstones. सो गाल ब्लैडर में जो पथरी की बात होती है तो उसी का ये केमिकल नेम है, मेडिकल नेम है, मेडिकल टर्म है. इट इज ए प्रिवेलेंट हेपाटोबिलियरी डिसऑर्डर दैट प्राइमरीली अफेक्ट्स वेस्टर्न पीपल. इट इज ए सिग्निफिकेंट रिस्क फैक्टर फॉर cholangiocarcinoma, a kind of bile duct cancer. Bile duct cancer, dear aspirants. So gallstones are hardened digestive fluid deposits that occur in the gallbladder. The gallbladder is a tiny pear-shaped organ located under the liver and stores bile produced by the liver. ठीक है? Bile is a digestive fluid composed of cholesterol, bile salts, and bilirubin that enters the small intestine via a cystic and common bile ducts to aid in fat digestion. तो ये पूरा का पूरा आपने क्वेश्चन को पकड़ लिया. Dear aspirants, this is the concluding question of the day. The question number 10. 10 प्रश्नों पे आपका मैंने दृष्टिपात कराया. It is situated in Southeast Asia and is bordered on north and northeast by China, on the east and southeast of Laos and Thailand, on the south of the Andaman Sea and the Bay of Bengal, and on the west by Bangladesh and India. Above paragraph described about which of the following country. You have to name the country. A. Cambodia, B. North Korea, C. Brunei and D. म्यांमार. थोड़ा देर तो रुकेंगे क्योंकि आपको ये इसका आंसर देना ही देना है. आज खाता नहीं खुला, खाता तो खोलना है. तो एक बार फिर से, इट इज सिचुएटेड इन साउथ ईस्ट एशिया, दक्षिण पूर्व एशिया में ये अवस्थित है. एंड इज बॉर्डर्ड ऑन द नॉर्थ, और उत्तर में इसका बॉर्डर नॉर्थ ईस्ट में चाइना है, पूरब में और दक्षिण पूरब में लाओस है और थाईलैंड है, और दक्षिण में अंडमान सी एंड बे ऑफ बंगाल है, पश्चिम में बांग्लादेश और भारत है. तो है कौन ये कंट्री? अब इसको तो बताना ही पड़ेगा. ए कंबोडिया, बी नॉर्थ कोरिया, सी ब्रुनेई एंड डी म्यांमार. So, dear aspirants, if you are not answering, okay, थोड़ा देर और इंतजार कर लें. आप लोग क्लास में हैं या छोड़ के चले गए? विश्वास नहीं होता है, इतना इजी क्वेश्चन. So, if you are not answering, may I think that you are not here? You have left me? Yes, dear aspirants, please let me know. क्लास छोड़ के चले गए? Okay, okay, okay. So, if you are, म्यांमार is the correct answer. ये रहा. तो अगर आंसर नहीं देते तो आज तो मैं, हमारा 2 रोटी साफ था, लेकिन फॉर गॉड सेक आंसर आ गया और करेक्ट आंसर आया. तो ये है, बहुत अच्छी बात है. सो म्यांमार फॉर्मरली नोन एज बर्मा. ओके, बर्मा. Now it is a Southeast Asian nation bordered by India, Bangladesh, China, Laos and Thailand. It is a country of great ethnic diversity with over 135 distinct ethnic groups. The majority of the population is Buddhist, but there are also significant Christian, Muslim and Hindu minorities. Recently, the eastern city of Lai Khao in Myanmar, pro-democracy fighters navigated through the streets in worn out pickup truck. So dear aspirants, these were the 10 important questions which I discussed with you. So thank you for joining me in such a good number. Tomorrow once again we will discuss some important questions, but tomorrow is the day, will be the day of polity. Polity से संबंधित प्रश्नों को हम लाएंगे. आपका थैंक यू हमें मिल गया, मेरा भी शुभकामना, मेरी भी शुभकामना, और फिर